Well, welcome to our train layout. We haven't done a video update in a while. We've done a lot of live streams these days where we've been showing the building of all of our skyscrapers. So I thought I would just go ahead and do an update and show you what's been going on. These are all our 3D printed buildings that we're doing. Right now we've got these three finished. This is the Artemis, the Mako, and the Leviathan. So I'm going to get a little closer and talk about each one of these and details about them, sizes, print times, all that kind of stuff. And we'll just get you all caught up. So give me a second here. I have to get underneath the layout. I've got to get from here over to here. So let me just pause this for a second and I'll get shifted. Okay, so we're in. It's going to be hard getting all of this in frame with as tall as these are. So I'm going to start off with the Artemis here. So the Artemis is going to be one of our hotels, and it's going to be paired off with the station right here, and I'll talk about that here in a second. My son does the 3D prints. I pick out the files that I want. I turn those over to him. Usually they're just one file, and what happens is he tears them all apart, and he makes panels out of them, so it's all modular, so that we can make these as tall as we want, as short as we want. Doesn't really matter. Right now you'll notice you can see all the way through. We don't have any of the back panels on any of these. They're made, and they're just set aside right now. That's so that when I start to do the window glazings, after I get them painted, I have easy access to all of it, getting the lighting in and all the other details we're going to put inside, and then I'll install the panels on the back. But for right now, it's just as easy just to leave them off so they don't have a chance of falling out and hitting something and breaking things. So let me get a little bit of a close-up here. You can see how many panels this had. You can see there's a seam right here, which is all going to get puttied, sanded and puttied, so you don't see them anymore, and right there. So this building has three of the middle sections. It goes like 1, 2, 3, and then these are separate prints up here. This was a separate print, and separate print. He had to go in. I'll show you this real quick. We had this before. This is the original that we had. If you see, those windows are all sealed. So he used a negative space tool and found out how to do it to where he was actually able to get all of those opened up on top, up there. Because what's going to happen is when we get done with this station, which is also 3D printed, I'm going to have the roof be an oxidized copper, and I'm going to have that the same up here. So it'll be a green with a little bit of the copper color coming through. So it's going to look really good. Then we'll have some light highlights in here. Like I said, we will be doing all the window treatments, so there'll be shades, either vertical or horizontal, depending on the building, where you can actually see through some of them. You can't see through some of them. We'll have special effects on them to where it's just going to look really good when we have the transitions. We do our changeover from our day to our evening runs. So that every building is going to get that. All right, so this is the Artemis, and this stands about, from here to there is about 33, 34 inches tall, something like that. All right, so let's talk about the Mako. This is the Mako right here. We actually showed this top about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. We showed this being printed, live streamed it. I'll get this up here so you can kind of see. So what we're going to do is right up here, this is going to become like a little restaurant, open air restaurant. We're going to have a little gate around the top and have some people up there. But maybe this being some of the restaurant and maybe a private residence in the back. Again, this is all done with modules, modularly, so that we can make it as big as we want, section-wise. This is a total of, let's see, so this is a section and a half, and then we have, looks like 1, 2, looks like 3 sections here in the middle, and then the top pieces. And then these 2 pieces over here were additional pieces that were printed, all the sections, and then added on. I have gone in, and right underneath here you can see a beam that I put across. I really made a pretty thick plastic beam right there to handle this so we don't get any sag and anything. So it's all nice and straight and up and down. So this one is approximately about 36, 37 inches, maybe a little bit more, maybe 38 inches tall. I'm not exactly sure. You can see inside, we also printed off all of these interior bracings to keep these walls from coming in and keeping everything nice and plumb. Every building has this in every one of the sections. All right, so here's the biggie. This is the Leviathan. Lives up to its name. The thing stands about 4 foot tall, a little more than 4 foot tall. 3 sections. It all has the interior things as well, the bracing, and I've put the bracing across right here. In this middle one, I'm going to make one for up here still. And I've got to come in and I got to do all the puttying on the edges and stuff and get it ready. And speaking of the edges, this one's going to have trim that looks like this, and it's going to go here in the corners just to inset a little ways, and it's going to go all the way up to each section, and each section gets the trim gets a little bit smaller and smaller, goes all the way up to the top. Let me get this put back down over there. So, like I said, these were 3D printed. This one right here took approximately, I think that was about a 6-day print job. This one was probably about a 5, between a 4 and a 5, and this was a 3-day right here. The station, we're still in the process of getting it done. It's got a really great roof to it. We're finishing up, I've got all the I-beams here to finish this platform. It'll be covered, there'll be lights underneath, with a platform under here, with stairs coming down an elevator for the passenger trains to come and unload right here. Next big building we're going to do is going to go right here. This will come out of the way. We're going to be doing a thing that looks like the downtown Los Angeles Tower, and it's going to be the Alexandria Hotel. This is what we're going to do with that one. That is based on, most of our names of our buildings are based on like mythological or kind of, fun names. So this one, Artemis, is, well, on the 7 Wonders of the World, the Artemis is for the Alexandria is for the Alexandria Lighthouse. So the top of it, we're going to have this based on the LA Tower. It's going to look like it on the top. The LA Tower has that round section up top, which kind of makes it look like a lighthouse. So that's why this one's going to be probably that one right here. And it'll, like I said, it'll be taller than this guy when we're all done and set with it. So as you can see, here's the tracks that run under. These are our 3 main staging tracks. Everything, I just keep everything covered. Right here you can see the Homer Simpson graffiti we did on the auto rack. That's based on a real car. But anyway, so these will all get lit. Everything will have different stages of lighting and everything in it. And like I said, we'll have a way of dimming lights and bringing up the light here. The background will get painted blue with a printed background down below with city, with that transitioning into blue and clouds. And we'll probably paint the ceiling blue too. We'll get these lights in order. We're going to get more that are closer to the ceiling, just like strip lights that are you can angle so that nothing will be in the view and in the way. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys an update on it. This is what it looks like. It's coming out really good. We have a total of 25 to 30 towers coming in, and they're going to be placed all along here. It's just going to kind of to where everything overlooks the tracks that we have, and then we'll have more in the back, and then we'll have our elevated track going through right here, our double main line that'll just be behind it between the rows of buildings. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this, and if you want to keep up with these builds and join us for the live streams, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification thing. We do about 3 live streams a week, and we're always building on something in here. Like I said, this building is going to be starting here. We're going to start printing this tomorrow, so we'll start building that up. Within a week, we'll have that tower in place. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.